Tom Downey here for Bengals Breakdown by Chat Sports. You know, we give out NFL draft grades every single year, so why not do the same for undrafted free agents as well? We'll break down the 14 players, a 14th was kind of added in between when Stone filmed the UDFA tracker. Now we've got another name to grade from that perspective. When it comes to grades, you're always tougher in the early rounds. You get nicer in the later rounds because it's a 7th round pick. Can't be any worse than a C. When it comes to an undrafted free agent, it can't be worse than a B. You know, some of these guys get like $10,000 signing bonus. That does nothing to really impact your salary cap. So nothing will be lower than a B, even if these guys don't end up making the roster. They're at least filling out that 80 to 90th spot on your 90-man roster. Now, if you liked the Bengals draft, like I did, like Stone did, then like today's video for me right now. Show your support by doing so. First up is Rocky Lombardi, the quarterback, out of Northern Illinois. There's good size, some decent athletic ability. The production was simply never good. Was never good at Michigan State, was never good at Northern Illinois. The best year was probably about 58%. He had 15 touchdowns, 8 INTs. He never had a season in which he played at least 5 games. The shortened 2022 campaign he got hurt in which he had a 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. He's a camp arm. 26 years old, camp arm, pretty straightforward for me. Elijah Collins, the running back here out of Oklahoma State, kind of buried behind a better running back in Ollie Gordon. Never really produced all that much for Oklahoma State. 4.51 40-yard dash, again, doesn't really move the needle for me much either. I am a little bit more intrigued by Noah Cain. Do you guys remember that one year where I'm like, he was good at Penn State. His freshman season was like, this is the next great Penn State running back. Never materialized. Kind of had his best year several years ago. Eventually transfers to LSU. Bigger body, 5'10 and an eighth, 222. But a 4.7 40-yard dash is kind of a killer there for Noah Cain. Maybe it just didn't test well, which there were speed concerns going in there. So hopeful he can showcase more things for you in the NFL, but I think this might just be kind of your battering ram, 6th running back on the roster who plays a bunch in the 4th quarter of the preseason. How many undrafted free agents do you think make the Bengals roster this year? Is it 0? Is it 1? Could there even be 2, 3, or 4? It's the pinned comment on today's video, so if the ad comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. Next up is the newest name. That was the wide receiver, Trey Mosley out of Michigan State. Decent size, 6'1", 196, 4.57 40 is on the downside of where you'd rather have it. The production there also wasn't the best. For me, and again, it's a very small sample size, and it's UDFAs will know more as we get further along there. I am more intrigued by the other UDFA wideout the Bengals added, Cole Burgess out of SUNY Cortland, 24 years old, good size, 6'1", 192, 4.45 40-yard dash, sub 6.75 3-cone. Some intriguing athletic ability there. Went for 1,375 yards with 16 touchdowns last year. Did dominate the lesser competition, always a thing you have to have there. I think does have some kick return value as well. Sleeper, very small school prospect there out of SUNY Cortland. Could be a prime practice squad candidate for Cincinnati this upcoming season. Tight end at Illinois State, Cam Grandy. I'm not too concerned about this one. Decent size, 6'4", 5'8", 253. The 4.9 40 is kind of a red flag there. Bengals drafted 2 tight ends. I think they're going to be okay there. Eric Miller out of Louisville. I'll give another B grade to here. Big boy, 6'7" and 5'8", 311 pounds. He's from Mason, Ohio. So I do like it when they take the local guys. Also, if you're a UDFA, you're probably going to want to play closer to home because that just makes more sense for you. But a 5.5 40-yard dash is some of the slower times there. The athletic ability is a big reason why he went undrafted. Who do you think was the best offensive UDFA the Bengals signed? I gave mine to Cole Burgess because the production and athletic ability are there in a way it's not for a lot of UDFAs. Drop your player name for me in the comment section, though, of today's video. Let's go to Justin Blazek here, the edge rusher, I should say, excuse me, out of Wisconsin Platteville. And that is a profoundly deep cut with again, small school guys. I'll do this. I'll give the Bengals coaching staff credit and scouting staff, since there is some overlap there. They are looking deep for some of these players, and I will never lie to you guys. I have no film on Wisconsin Platteville. Can tell you he had 8.5 sacks this year with 17 TFLs, so the production is certainly there. The athletic ability, I think, is a slight question mark from that perspective, but there are certainly some intriguing production and size stuff to like for the pass rusher out of Wisconsin Platteville, from Naperville, Illinois originally, so he'll tell everyone he's from Chicago, I'm sure. All right, Wisconsin's linebacker, Njongmeta, I believe that's how it's pronounced, Njongmeta. I did grade him. Now, I did give him a UDFA grade. He was 296 overall. I did like 304 players total, so he was one of the very last guys I got to. Good run stopper, despite not being the biggest guy here. The special teams background is very much lacking, and that was a big reason why I gave him the UDFA grade. Like, you're going to be a late-round pick. You can have help with special teams. Got to prove you can there. Smart kid, 0 penalties. He is a throwback thumper linebacker. The testing was really bad. 4.9 140 at the combine at 228 is, well, it's an undraftable 40 time, and that's why he ended up going undrafted, but a good guy to add in the UDFA process, hence the A grade. One of my favorite pickups here was Aaron Casey, another off-ball linebacker out of Indiana. Early prediction is Aaron Casey will make the Bengals 53-man roster. 273 overall for me, 7/UDFA grade. 20 tackles for loss this year, led the Big Ten. Has almost 600 special teams snaps. He is, again, a throwback run-stopping linebacker. Older player, he's 24 before the season, broke out late. Did not have great athletic ability. That is a significant red flag there. Has missed tackles plenty of times. But the special teams value, the TFL production, I think makes him a potential great linebacker 6. Very last guy on your roster, helps on special teams if he can tighten up some of the tackling stuff there. I am very worried about him in coverage. It's a big reason why I graded him so low. Amarius Mims jerseys and other rookie jerseys for the Bengals are on sale now. Go to chatsports.com/Amarius Mims to get his jersey, and then you can search or customize, create whatever, another rookie jersey if you want, Jermaine Burton or, want Chris Jenkins or Eric All, whatever. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. Again, that's chatsports.com/Amarius Mims. Lance Robinson out of Tulane. This is probably going to be another nickel corner option for you. Under 5'10", 185 pounds. 4.43 40-yard dash, though, is a bit intriguing. A little bit stiff from that perspective. The shuttle time was almost as good as the 40 time, which is a red flag. But nickel corner depth, always something you're looking for in the UDFA process. Michael Dowell. I give him the B+ because he went to my alma mater, Miami of Ohio, so I will rig the election in his favor. Was very productive for the Miami Redhawks in a Redhawks class in terms of the talent that, they were never going to have anyone get drafted. They were never really going to have the high-end impact piece. The Michigan State to Miami of Ohio transfer, more of a box guy. He had 97 tackles, by the way, in 2022. Those numbers did dip in 2023. But I think is a worthwhile UDFA pickup. I think the best safety pickup, though, was out of Southern Illinois, PJ Jules, the Saluki, if you will. 6 foot, 203, solid size right there. We didn't get all the testing, so that's kind of an asterisk on that front there. 11 pass breakups and 13 TFLs last year. Did play at the Hula Bowl, so probably one of my top 5 preferred UDFAs there for Cincinnati. Who was the best defensive undrafted free agent the Bengals signed? I gave that one to Aaron Casey. But you guys can sound off for me in the comment section of today's show. And we're probably saving the best for last, and yeah, it's a punter. The player that I had as the highest of the available UDFAs, and the player that I think has the best chance of making the Bengals 53-man roster, it is Austin McNamara, the punter out of Texas Tech. Sorry, I misspoke. I actually had Casey higher. That's what I was double-checking. Ignore that. But I had a 7th UDFA grade on Austin McNamara, the number 3 punter, 279 overall, 46.4 average, long of 59, good hang time, 4.25 seconds. He was pretty close to being my number 2 punter. I thought there was a clear top 3 because I have to do punter stuff and I hate it. He will push Brad Robbins for the punter job, and it will be one worth watching in camp this season. Before we go, we have a sub battle this month against Ravens Rundown. Obviously, no subs. It's the first day of the month. Let's start off with a bang. Hit that sub button for more free Bengals YouTube videos.